I swear, like, I feel so weird sometimes. So, and I'm going to use, like, what happened this morning as an example. Because I feel like this happens more often than I'm probably even aware that it happens. And I don't know why. I don't know why I do this. I only have theories, so, and apparently I wanted to record this to process this, so here we go. Yeah, okay, so this morning, I wake up, I feed Salem, like, I sell a pharmacy. Well, it's, like, not even about selling, like, I use tons of pharmacy products, like, especially for my morning routine. Like, I use, like, their meal replacement protein, because I don't like eating food for breakfast. I don't know. It's just, I will get in these spurts. I do know. It's in my chart. It's in my human design chart. But I will get in these spurts where I cannot consume food. I just don't want it. And so, especially for breakfast. So, like, I fix myself this concoction, sorcery, of meal replacement shake, of my favorite coffee. It's a chicory coffee. Like, all of this is by pharmacy. And then, I'll take, like, whatever gummy vitamins I'm led to that morning. I use a VitaPod, so I get my vitamins, make sure my body gets nutrition, because I feel like that is super important right now, because it's just, like, fueling my body with the proper nutrition that it needs. It's like, the whole thing right now, the whole theme of everything for me right now is take care of yourself, take care of you. And so anyways, I do this stuff, and, like, I was getting on my stories almost every morning on Instagram and, like, recording myself making, like, just doing my morning routine, my morning breakfast routine, and, like, showing myself making my stuff, and just allowing people into my aura, allowing people to see what I was doing, what I'm doing, allowing people in. And then it's like, I got tired of it, because I guess my expectations for doing it were not so simple. I guess, like, my expectations of me showing up every morning in my stories and allowing people to see me, my expectations started shifting into, making sales. And of course, like, I didn't make any sales from any of that. Like, nobody's ever bought anything. Well, I've made one sale, and it was my friend at church, and she bought some makeup. But anyways, I digress. Like, I've had people join me, like, to join and get in the discount and, like, get their 50% off, which is wonderful. But I don't know. I guess somewhere, like, my expectations of posting maybe just started to shift into, like, what can I get out of this? Like, okay, like, I'm doing this output, like, what can I receive from it, I guess? But really, I was just, like, hoping to make sales, and somewhere that shifted from just showing people what I'm doing to actually, like, wanting people to, purchase from me and, like, me, like, monetize that somehow. And I feel like my mind always shifts to that. It's like every time I have fun doing something, it's like eventually it always shifts to, okay, I want to make money from doing this, and I'm not, and so I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, God, I'm so tired of that. I'm tired. But anyways, so this morning I wake up, and I feed Salem, get him prepared, give him his breakfast, and, oh my God, shut up! God, my fucking dog is getting on my nerves. He just barks at nothing. This has been my day. Like, I get up, and it's like the joy is just being sucked out of shit. Because it's like right now, all I want to do is just record myself, get this shit out of my body, talk it out, process it, do whatever the fuck I need to do. And I'm just like constantly interrupted. It's like the life of a mom. You know, it's like, and I think that's why I'm starting to feel like just so fucking dumb on a daily, but like I can't remember nothing. It's like I'm literally taking like vitamins for brain function. And it's frustrating, but really I just really think it's because I'm constantly getting interrupted. And like I forget what I'm doing. Oh God. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Come here, honey. But it's like, I woke up and I wanted to, come here, baby, let me hold you. I had the desire to like record myself again, like show myself making my morning routine. So, you know, like making my morning coffee, meal replacement, whatever it is, and like my vitamin water. And it's like I get up, I'm so excited about it, and then I'm like trying to record, and my oldest son is like in the kitchen making all kinds of noise. He just decides to come in the kitchen at the exact same time and just start making breakfast. Like he's running the toast, whatever it is, the fucking toaster oven on the counter right next to me. And then he's like making cereal, and then like the cereal is in the office, and Greg's in the office, and he's on a call, so he's got the door shut. So he's like, Mom, I really want the cereal. Can you go get it? Well, no. Now I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to text Greg to see if he's at a point, because he does like Zoom calls and stuff with his team in there. So it's like you can't interrupt him. So I have to like text message him, hey, can I come in and get the cereal? And then I have to wait. And then he's like, yeah, come on. So then I have to go in there and get the cereal and then like hand it to him. And then I go back and I try and remember what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I really wanted to make this video. So then I go and I'm like trying to record. And then now like he's making cereal, and the cereal bag is loud as fuck, and it's just in the background. And then it's like, oh, Salem starts crying because he's hungry again. He wants cookies. He's like a bottomless pit this morning. So it's like, stop what I'm doing, get the cookies, go give the baby the cookies. And then try to go back and do it again. And it's like I start recording, and then it's just not even fun anymore. It's like, but I record myself anyways, because I'm just like, fuck you feelings. Like, I want to do this. I wanted to do this. So it's like I push through and I do it, and then it's just not even fun, but I post it anyways. And then it like, as soon as I post it, I'm just like, I just want to go back and delete it. I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, I just want to delete it. Like, then these thoughts come in, like, I don't want anyone to see me. Like, I don't want to give anyone the satisfaction of like seeing me. It's like these mean spirited thoughts of just like, I don't want to inspire anybody today. Like, I don't want to show my face today. Like, all of this weird stuff comes up. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like the video. It wasn't fun. Like, now I'm just like burnt out. I just want to delete it. It's like, I don't even want anyone to see it and like think that I'm in the mood to talk today. It's like, I just want to delete it. Like, it got to the point where then I'm just like asking myself, because I mean, I would consider myself an aware person. That's what a fucking joke. But I like sat there and I'm like, okay, what is really behind this, Kara? Like, you wanted to do that so badly, and it was fun for you until it wasn't. why do you want to go back? Like, you've already posted it. Like, why do you want to go back and delete it so bad? Like, why do you really not want anyone to see it? Like, are you just afraid to be seen? Like, what's going on here beneath the surface? Why do you want to go back and delete that? So, and it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. So, like, I pull my cards. I go to my cards because, you know, all tarot cards do for you anyways is just mirror back to you the truth. It's a mirror for you. Like, and I go to them. They're such an excellent tool for me. And that's why I just love sharing my card readings because I think they're just excellent tools for anyone. But it's like, do you want to get up and walk around? Come on. All right. Let's move then. Let's move around. I'll hold you. And it's like, oh God, I don't even know where I was at. They do such a great job of mirroring back what I already know, but it may be like too flustered or too cluttered to even be able to tap into my knowing, because there's just too much going on. So the cards will reflect it to me. So I'm like, okay, let me go to my cards. Like, why? Why do I want to delete this so bad? And I pulled, number one, I pulled the death card. And it was interesting. It wasn't reversed. It wasn't upright. It came out sideways. So to me, I just kind of took that as, well, you're in the middle, right smack dab in the middle of a death and rebirth, Kara. Give yourself a break. Give yourself some grace. And I'm like, well, that answer's not good enough. I need more. So I shuffle some more, and then I pull the Magician. The Magician is upright. And, you're heavy, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me put you down. Let me see if you can do this here. Oh, God. Ooh. All right. Let's watch Miss Rachel and try to relax, buddy. Because you're fed. I don't know what else to do for you. You don't want to play or nothing. Okay. Let me turn this up for you. Oh, God. He's heavy. But, pull the Magician. It's like, you know, the Magician's all about creating, like having the tools to create the reality that you want, and just so many more meanings. But I'm like, okay, so I go to Google, because a lot of the times, like, there's different interpretations of the cards on Google from just different sources. So sometimes I go to that when I still can't get clarity or feel like I have clarity, and I'll just like start reading them and see like if anything resonates to me. And it really just, I think, just goes back to of like using your resources that you have to just create the reality that you want. And it's like, I think me creating those videos just represents a reality that I don't want. You know, because like I'm trying to shift into this more manifestory type of role, you know, where like I have no expectations of anyone coming on board with me and doing anything that I'm doing. It's like simply just doing things for the joy of it and getting out of the expectations of somebody coming with me and doing it too. It's just like, can I just do this because it's fun for me by myself? And I think for me, those videos like represent something else. I think just represent something that I'm moving away from. And also, like, I feel like it would just make me angry in the long run. I'm not angry about it yet. But, you know, just sometimes I notice, like, I get angry, You know, like when I've posted something and just like nobody reacts or responds to it. And so I'm trying to move away from that, from caring about that, because it's pointless. Like, I have zero control over anybody else and how they react or respond to me and anything that I'm doing. And I mean, truly, at the end of the day, like, people are so busy with their own lives and their own world and shaping their own realities. Like, they're not even worried about me anyways. I feel like I sometimes like exaggerate my importance quite a bit in other people's lives. And it's like, it's making me laugh right now, which I need some humor right now. But yeah, so I think I'm going to delete it, just because I feel like it just represents something that I'm moving away from. And I don't want to do it like that anymore. Like, I see, you know, like other people showing up like that. And I just don't want to. Like, I think I'm just in this space where I'm really just wanting to be so creative. And this just feels like going through the motions. Like, this just feels like autopilot. Like, it feels very autopilot of a way to do things. And that's not what I really want to be sharing right now. I want to share my creations, like show how creative I can be. And I think this is where the magician's coming in. It's like, oh, thank you. I'm so glad I got on here to process this out with myself, to figure this out, because I knew I could feel there was something there for me to see, and I wasn't seeing it. But it's like, I just want to be so unique and creative and just really dive in head first to like, what am I really capable of creating? You know, like, I'm here to, it's like my soul's specialty, right? As a manifester, to like see things in my mind. Like, my imagination, my inner vision is my strongest sense for me in my chart. So it's like, literally, I'm here to see things in my mind, in my imagination, and then create them and make them real, bring them into reality. Like, I mean, really, that's how my brain works. I have to actually imagine myself and it's anything and everything. Like, even the food that I eat and consume. It's like, I have to be able to tap into imagining myself eating that certain thing for me to even do it. If I can't tap into like seeing myself doing it or seeing it in my imagination, I can't do it. And it's crazy. Like, I've been so creative lately. So fucking creative. And then this morning it was like this. It's like it was a check. It was a check in. Check myself. Like, you think you want to do this, but why the fuck do you think it was so hard for you to do it today? Why do you think you got interrupted a bazillion times? It's not in alignment for you anymore. This is not for you anymore. But this is. Look, I'm in here talking this out to myself, and Salem is just quiet as can be and content as can be. Everybody's in their own like respective areas in the house. It's quiet. This is in alignment for me right now. It doesn't have to be hard. That's what I'm moving out of. It doesn't have to be hard. It gets to be easy. It gets to be easy. It is easy. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to get so creative to the point where, like, I blow my own mind. That's the kind of stuff I want to start sharing now. I don't want to share this anymore. I don't want to share it this way anymore. I want to get so creative to the point where, like, if I do wake up and have the urge to share my morning routine, I stop myself before I try and do it. I stop myself and just say, wait, how can you just get so freaking creative and make this so fun for yourself? Like, I don't even know. But I do know I've been so inspired by, I finally got the Instagram update. I feel like I'm like, why did it take this long for me to get this update? Everybody else has had it, it seemed like. But it was like this Instagram update, with all the new fonts and how you can make it like sparkly and all just, all the new fonts and stuff and everything that you can do in like stories and everything. Because I'm a story girl. I love being up in my stories. That's my favorite way to post on social media, period, is stories. But I have felt so creative with that because it's been so much fun. Like, I've almost just been making it art, like anything that I post in my stories. I just try and make it as like creative as possible, like artsy as possible. And just like cute and fun and for me. Like, that makes me feel good and makes me feel creative. Like, okay, so I just posted because I decided to create this croissant girl era hoodie. I wanted one for myself because I've been saying that lately a lot and I don't even know what it means. It just popped in my head, like I'm in my croissant girl era, and I love it because I love croissants, like it was just like that simple for me. And I love bows. Like, I love the 𝗡𝗢𝗕𝗦. All the 𝗡𝗢𝗕𝗦 aesthetic, that we have. And, or 𝗡𝗢𝗕𝗦, and maybe coquette. I don't know how you say that. Anyways, I'll have to Google it later. Google Translate. But, the bows, and like the pinks, and that's been so exciting for me. And I just wanted, I saw it in my head, having like a little, croissant with a nice little coquette bow, pink bow, and then I wanted to wear it in a hoodie, and I wanted it to say 𝗶𝗔𝗥𝗘𝗦. I'm a terrible French accent. And so I made it, and then I thought, well, I made it. Like, why don't I just throw it up? Who cares? Like, throw it up in my shop. Like, I've literally just designed a hoodie. And I think that's just like the entrepreneur in me. They're always trying to monetize everything. Just like, fuck it. Like, throw it up in my shop. Like, I've got Doris Jean. It's my Etsy store that I've had since 2018. Like, put it in my shop. And I had so much fun with that because, like, I'm a perfectionist. And so I had so much fun just like getting on Etsy because I like everything to look, on point for my brand, and Doris Jean is a very witchy creation of mine. It's very, like dark jewel tones, blacks. It's witchy. It's my, it's almost like the aesthetic is a representation of my shadow self over there. And I'm like, okay, but I'm also in my croissant girl era, coquette pink bow era. So how can I combine that? How can I combine the two? So I just went to work. I'm like, all right, let me look for some mock-ups. And so I go to like my favorite mock-up place, and she actually has the hoodies that I ordered from Printify, like, because I set everything up through Printify, That's like the manifester in me as well. It's like I do all this work on the front end, and then I just want to be able to let my creation go and walk on its own. So that's what I do. Like, Printify handles everything for me. Anytime somebody orders from my website, Printify takes it and does everything for me. Prints it, ships it. I don't have to lift a finger. So I love that. I love, love, love that. Because I prefer to spend all of my energy creating. And because, as you can see, like with the interruptions today, my ability to create has been very limited. Very limited energy, because, you know, I spend most of my energy on my children and, like, running this fucking household. But anyways, it was so much fun. And I found, like, the most perfect mock-ups. Like, they were so witchy. Like, so witchy with that vibe. But then, like, she had a mock-up of, like, the witchy scene and the pink hoodie. The color was, like, safety pink. And I'm like, perfect. I offer that color. I'm taking it. And so, like, I bought it to use. I love God. I love that so much. Like, I love, because sometimes that's so hard for me to find, because I'll have something imagined in my head, and most of the time it hasn't been created. Or, like, I can't even find anything similar, because it's like, oh, you're being asked to create this yourself, Kara. But sometimes I just don't fucking want to. And so this is one of those people, it's one of those shops on Etsy that I feel like she just totally vibes with my imagination. And it's like, normally the stuff that I find from her is like even better than what I could imagine. So I absolutely love when I come across people like that, and I will just take all my money. You've just made my life and my creative process so much fucking easier. Thank you. Oh God, I feel so much better. I feel so complete. Now I'm clear again. I'm clear on what I want to do. So I'm going to go delete that story, because that's old news. It's old. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to create that way anymore, because it's boring. Yeah. I'm so ready to just tap into what am I actually capable of? Like, when I just give myself full creative freedom, like, just focus on caring for yourself, caring for your family, and creating. And just having fun creating again. Create for yourself, and, you know, blah, 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 all the things I tell myself. Yeah, and also giving myself permission. I think that's a big thing. Is feeling like you have permission to do it. Give yourself permission to just do it. To fuck up, to get it right, you know, whatever. Get it wrong. But just as long as you're having a good time creating, just do it. Like, for example, like, I know that croissant hoodie was an actual urge. You want to know why I know that? Is because I could not sleep till absolutely everything about it had been executed properly. So, 11/11. But, like, I had to, well, you know, first I had to get everything set up on Printify, because I've never done that before. You know, I had to get the design set up. I also had to get Greg to do some things to it in Photoshop to make it better before, you know, I started actually offering it to the public. You know, I had to make it perfect, you know, and then I'm, like, super picky. Like, you know, even though it's like, it's a Gildan sweatshirt, you know, Gildan heavy blend hoodie, but, you know, I'm bougie, and you know, personally, this is just personal preference. Like, I prefer private labels. Like, you know, I've been in the boutique world since 2012, And I think, private labels, anytime I order from a boutique and it does not have a private label, it irks me. Because, for example, let me just tell you how very little it costs. And it's like such a prime upgrade for people, because for example, anyone who orders one of these croissant hoodies is not going to get just a fucking Gildan tag on that hoodie. They are actually going to have my private label. So the tag is going to say Doris Jean Self-Care Essentials on it, and it's going to have my logo, and then it's also going to have the size underneath of it. That is an upgrade that I will always eat the cost of, because I feel like it is, you just have to. It's a must for me. And it costs literally change to do that on your orders. For example, Printify does all of your pricing for you. It figures up Etsy fees, because of course there's all kinds of little fucking, they nickel and dime your ass on Etsy fees, but it's they figure up the Etsy fees, they figure up the tax, they figure up the shipping, they figure up your cost to make the hoodie, and then they do your markup, and they normally do, it's a 40% markup or something like that. So, and then I added private labels to all of my order, all of my hoodies, and so then it doesn't change the price, the retail price. So it's because I'm not making my customers pay for that, because this is a me thing. But it was started at a 40% markup, and then whenever I added my private labels, all it did was drop it down to a 38% markup. That's how fucking little it cost to do, to offer such a, I don't know the word. I don't know the word, but to offer that upgrade for your customers, to me, it's just chef's kiss cherry on top for their order. And it just makes it, golly, I cannot think of the word that I'm trying to use. It just makes it, better. Yeah. But, all right, I think I'm actually done now. I feel like I can rest.